Good morning. Oh, we're on early today. We will start right on time. Okay, it's 11. Let me just adjust this to about there, I think. Yes, perfect. Okay, great. We will start with a march, a nice walk. You can march on the spot. You can march around your house. If you're in the gym, you can walk on the treadmill. You can go outside. We'll be back in 3 minutes. So anyone who's new out there on YouTube, I don't play music on my end so that you can hear me cue you. So you can play music on your end as long as you can hear me, or you can pay attention to when I do change the exercise. I will always let you know when that's coming. I time circuits, but today we're going to switch it up a little bit. Today I'm going to time circuits though, but they're going to be longer. We're going to do down chains with a couple moves. And I'll explain that as we go on. I'll show you what I'm talking about. A down chain is you do, we're doing 10 reps to 5 reps down chain. So you'll do 10 reps of the exercise, and then the next round you'll do 9 reps, and then 8 reps, 7, 6, 5. That's the down chain each circuit. But like I said, I will explain that as we go. We're going to do that multiple times. So usually you don't have to count for these. Usually I do all the counting, but because we're doing these down chains today, you do have to count. But it's okay because I will let you know when we move on to the next circuit. So you basically try to get as many in as you can before the time is done, which I am counting the time. So, okay, start to bring up your arms a little bit higher, knees a little higher. Anyone that's new, I also turn to the side so you can see my form. You don't have to do that though. There are also no rest periods in here that are predetermined because I want you to determine your own rest breaks. So you work as hard as you can until you have to stop and take a little break, and then you can stop and take a little break. Come back, join me wherever I am in the circuit or wherever you left off, basically. Whenever you're ready, and do that as many times as you need. Okay, kicks to the front, opposite arm, opposite leg. Get a little wider range of motion with those shoulders. Suck in the belly button to support the low back. Okay, step side to side, arms out wide and in, hug yourself, and out wide and in, out and in, out, in. Watch out, puppy. Okay, kicks to the back, arms up and down. Ooh, I have sore shoulders today. It's mostly lower body focus today. With some plyometrics, but you can, if you can't do the jumps, you can always take the jumps out. If you are chair bound, you can do this in your chair. You can walk in your chair, you can kick in your chair, you can step side to side, you can always do the arm movements. If you can't do any of the leg movements, just try to do the arm movements or substitute arm movements for the leg movements you can't do. Okay, where were we? That's the dog toys out now. Okay, now just bring it in. We're gonna do some nice easy body weight squats. So just lower down. You can always use a box if you need, which means sit down on something, chair, couch, ottoman. If you have a weight bench, that's great too. Even if you get up once, that's great. We're going to do some burpees today, which will involve a push-up. So I want you to decide how you're going to do that. The higher your torso for the push-up, the easier the push-up is going to be in the burpee. So you can do your burpees on the floor this way, stepping out, lowering down, coming up, stepping in, or you can do the hard version and jump out, jump in. You can do them on an incline, out this way and out this way, higher incline, table, counter. You can even use the wall and kind of just do that. So do a few push-ups, however you're gonna do those, whether you're on your knees. I have super sore triceps today because of my workout yesterday. So my push-ups are gonna be real sad and low numbers today, but that's okay. Okay, come on back up, more squats. Actually, my whole body is sore yesterday. I did a Metcon yesterday and I haven't done them in a while besides these workouts, but I used heavy weights in the gym like I normally would in the before times. So I'm getting back into lifting weights again, which is great, but yes, it does involve some soreness. So today I'll be using my little 2-pound weights. You can use dumbbells, you can use little soup cans, whatever you have to substitute. I can try to show you some versions with the bands, but not all will work with the bands. So just drop the weight if you can't use any at all. Okay, come on back up. Some nice easy twists, side to side. And down for more squats. And push-ups. And then come on up, and we're also gonna do some lunges today. If you can do a walking lunge, which is step forward and then keep moving forward, great, do that. If you can't, your options are to do them on the spot, push back, or an easier version of that is stepping back. It's a little bit better for balance. You can hang on to something if you need. If you can't drop that back knee because you have bad knees, then all you have to do is just step back and take the drop out of it. That's gonna be your lunge. That's too easy, but the lunge is too hard. You can do your squats instead, if you like. Okay, we're gonna get started. So grab your weights if you're using weights. We're gonna do single leg squats. So if you had a TRX to hang on to, you could do that. But what I'm gonna do, I'll show you on this first. Single leg squats. You can have that one foot in the air, or you can brace that foot in front of you, sitting down, putting most of the weight on that working leg. So pick one leg. You're gonna do 10 of these on each leg. The higher the box, the easier the squat. So if this is too hard on one leg, you can just do 2 legs. That's fine. You're just gonna do more squats. Now switch legs when you get to 10 on that, and then do 10 on the other leg. Or just keep doing your 2 leg squats. If you're in your chair and you're not getting up and down, you can just do one arm move overhead and then the other arm. Those can be your moves. When you get done 10 here, you're gonna do 10 box jumps. So if you have something to jump on, you can jump up onto your box, like onto here. This isn't sturdy, so I'm not using a box today. If you had a bench or an immovable box, you could jump onto the box. If you don't and you still wanna jump, you can just do squat jumps and leave the ground. If you're not leaving the ground at all, just do a regular squat. So do 10 of those. So you're doing 10 single leg squats on the left, 10 on the right, and then 10 box jumps or squats. So if you're not doing any of the original moves like I just did, you're going to do squats the whole time. So try to switch it up if you can. You don't need to wait for this actually. So really try to work on that single leg. Take as much time as you need. So now after you've done 10 of each move, you're gonna go back and you're gonna start again with your single leg and you're gonna do 9 of each. And then after you're done all 9 on each leg and the squat jumps, you're gonna do 8. and then 7 of each. Try to work your way down to 5 within the time that I allow you. And I'll let you know when that runs out. I'm giving you a good chunk of time here. So that was 10, 10, and 10 for me. So now I'm moving on to 9, 9 on one leg. I'm choosing a little bit of a lower box here to make the squat a little bit harder. That's the thing. I don't want you to try to pace yourself by making something easier because it seems too hard. I want you to, the harder the exercise, the more muscle you're going to build. It's like lifting heavier weight. And that's what we want, because more muscle you have, the more fat you're going to burn. So if you're doing that, lifting heavier weights or making the exercise harder, you're going to have to take more breaks, more rest, and that's fine. That's a good thing. We want that balance. We're about halfway through the time. And I'm only on round 9 reps. Oh, I don't need this. Whew. I'll be taking a lot of rest today. Like I said, I'm pretty sore. So that means I'll tire out more easily, I guess, than I would normally if I was fully recovered. All right, that was 9 for me. I'm moving on to 8 of each. And you can sit all the way down on that bench, whatever box you're using. I have 2.5 minutes left of this. I lost my count already. So although as we go, you're gonna get tired and tireder, more tired, you're doing less reps of each. So the round is over faster. Now I'm on to 8 of my squat jumps. Got about 1 minute and 40 seconds left in this round. Now I'm moving on to 7. And if you don't get all the way down to 5, that's okay. We're just doing as much as we can in this timed circuit. And you can use, if you need to hold on to something for balance and to help you get up out of the chair, that's fine too. Or if you need to put a little more weight on that balance bracing foot, that's fine too. 1 minute left in this. Get as far as you can. "45 seconds. After this, we're gonna move on to a walking lunge and a burpee combo. But actually not a full burpee, it's a low burpee, so you won't be standing up, but you will be doing a push-up. "15 seconds left. I might just take this as rest. 10 seconds. I got to 7 today, 10 through 7. 5 seconds. All right, now you can use dumbbells if you have actual dumbbells and they don't roll on the floor, but you don't have to. You can do your lunge, and then you're gonna do a burpee, jump out, push up, jump in, but don't stand up. You're gonna do 10 of these. Jumping down, coming in. So that's it. So you're gonna, sorry, no, I messed that up. Walking lunge, burpee, what is it? 5 of those, sorry. Then you're gonna come up, lunge on the next leg, down and do 4 half burpees with push up. Lunge on the opposite leg, and then you're gonna do 3 half burpees on the, with the push up in between. Lunge on the right leg, makes sense? So now I'm on, so you're doing a down chain from 5 to 1. So I didn't finish my push-ups. So lunge, low burpee with push-up, 5 of them. Lunge, low burpee with push-up, 4 of them. Lunge, low burpee with push-up, 3 of them, all the way down to 1 if you can do. 1 more minute left. I know it's not a lot of time, but that's okay. Lunge. Jumping in, jumping out, or you can step in, step out. I just messed that up with the push-ups, but I think you get the idea. Too complicated, this one. 25 seconds left. See how far you can get. 15 seconds. Oh, I don't have enough room here. Watch out, puppy. Okay, that was 2. 5 seconds. Okay, go back to your single leg squat. 10. We're doing that again. 10 on each leg. And then 10 box jumps or squat jumps, or just regular squats if you're not jumping. If you're using the band, you could stand on the band and hold it in your hands. It's a little complicated with all the jumping and switching. That's why I recommend dumbbells or soup cans over exercise bands most of the time. 20 seconds left. We're only doing a quick minute here. Do as many as you can. If you don't get to the squat jumps, that's fine. I probably won't. Might not even finish these. Okay, switching it up. Now we're gonna do squat jumps, but if you have the box or the bench, what you're gonna do is stand on it and you're gonna jump down and then jump up on the bench or the box if you're using a box. If you're just on the ground like me, you're just gonna do that, in and out. It's like a low jumping jack. Jumping out, jumping in. You're doing 10 of these. This is going to be one of your down chains, 10 and then 9 and then 8 down to 5 in combo with the walking lunge, low burpee push up down chain, starting at 5, going down to 1. So if you're not jumping here, you can just step out, step in, you could stay low, make it a little harder. You can use your box for it too. You can brace your bum on the box if you need. So after you do 10 of those, you're gonna go back to that walking lunge. Walking lunge, 5 half burpees with the push-up, staying low. Or step in, step out. And then you're gonna do your other lunge, other leg, and then you're gonna do 4 of those, all the way down to 1. Then you're gonna go back to your straddles and do 9. That's when the next round starts again. So this is 4 for me. Now I'm gonna come up, do my other leg for the lunge, and then go down for 3 half burpee push-ups. Oh, so slippery. Go, 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 go. Thank you. Cool. And coming up, lunging on the other leg. And now I'm doing 2. And then lunging again. And now I'm down to 1 rep for this. I'm gonna go over here. Come on up. So I did my 5 to 1. Now I'm gonna go 9 straddle jumps. Or take the jump out if you're not doing the straddle. Or use your box, like I said before. Or you can even do it here. That's even harder. So after I'm done 9 of these, I'm gonna go back down, walk lunge, do that down chain from 5 to 1 with the half low burpee push-up that I just did. That's the combo. So now I'm doing, there. Lunging down. Staying low, stepping in if you need to, stepping out. Suck the belly button in. That was 5 for me, so now I'm gonna do my other lunge, other leg, and now I'm doing 4, all the way down to 1. So this is where you'd be using your incline, like I mentioned before with a push-up. You can use low incline, higher incline for the burpee push-up if you need to modify the exercise to make it a little bit easier. But just under 5 minutes left here. If you're in your chair, you can just do a chest press and a shoulder press if you want to switch it up. If you can move your legs, you can keep a march going. Just under 4 minutes left. Now I'm moving on to 3. Coming up, lunge, now I'm on 2. And now I'm on 1. Now I am on number 8 for the straddle jumps. 3 minutes left. So this is the same idea as before. It's gonna feel harder, but we're doing less reps as we go on with the straddle jumps. Just the straddle jumps though. Everything else we're keeping up there. Okay. That's 7 for me. So now I'm gonna go back to my walk lunge, 1 leg, 5 low burpee push-ups. Walk lunge, other leg, 4 low burpee push-ups. And so on until you get down to 1. Okay, there's my lunge. Keep the back tight on the push-up. Drop your knees if you have to. Two minutes left in the workout. Okay, next 5 for me. Lunging on my other leg. Now I'm doing 4. Whew. We can barely get to 3. Just under 1.5 minutes left. Just go as far as you can in the whole down chain. Okay, that was 4. Now I'm doing 3. Now I'm on 2. Just under 1 minute left. See if I can get to my 6 squat jumps. 1. Oh, great, yeah. Now I'm on 6 straddle jumps. 20 seconds left. Ten seconds. Ooh, I'm only getting to 6. 5, 2. That's it. Done. I got to 6, 10 down to 6 for the straddle jumps. So my heart rate is super high. That was a really tough workout. It's very elevated. So I'm gonna keep walking around. Like I always recommend to you, at the end of the workout, I never want you to just stop moving your legs because your blood can pool. And then it can pool in your legs down here. Keep going downwards and not come back up if you stop moving, and you could faint. So we don't want to do that. We don't need to get dizzy. Keep moving around so you feel like your breath is under control. You're not breathing so heavily. You can breathe normally. So just keep wandering, keep moving. We can start stretching our upper body though. Just keep moving your legs. My heart rate is starting to come down. Take one arm over your chest. Pull, push it towards you, pull it towards you with the opposite arm. Stretching into the shoulders and the back a little bit. Make sure you grab water if you need, switch arms when you're ready. And see, I barely used any weight with that workout. It was still really hard. That's the beauty of these metcons is you don't have to use weights to get a good workout. But there are ways to make it harder, which is also good, like I mentioned, to build muscle, which is using weights, increasing your weights, or making the movement harder with a modification. One arm overhead, bending the elbow, hand back here, behind your head, pulling with your opposite hand, elbow towards the head, stretching the tricep, back of the front arm. I mean, back of the top arm. Switch arms. Okay, arms behind you. Interlace your fingers if you can. Pulling your arms up behind you. Stretching the chest, front of the shoulders. Okay. Quadriceps, if you need to hang on to something, grab one leg, pull it behind you, knees are together, pull that heel towards your butt. Stretching the front of the thigh, quads. Switch legs. Hamstring, split stance, one foot in front of the other, bend one leg, put your weight on that with your hands. This leg is straight with a slight bend, sitting back and down, bringing the chest towards the ground with a neutral spine, neutral neck, feeling the stretch in that straight leg, in the back. Gently roll up, switch legs. You can always use something to hang on to if you need balance. Help, that's fine too, anytime. Gently roll up. Glute stretch, if you can sit on something, cross one ankle over the knee. If you can. If you can't, you can lay on the floor on your back and pull this leg towards you. Think of pushing that knee away from you, gently leaning forward, stretching the hips on the side here, the glutes. Switch legs. Okay, we'll do a calf stretch. If you have something to put your foot up against, I think I'll try to use this today. Again, something that doesn't move, keep the ball of your foot against it like the wall, or you could hang your foot off of a step if you have one handy. Ow, that actually doesn't feel good there because it's just small. Oh, that's too movable. Let's try this. There we go. Stretching the calf, the leg. Switch legs once you get good stretch going. So you could also hang your foot off of something like this, which I actually prefer. I feel like you get a better stretch that way. Although I have nothing to hang on to, but that's okay. I have balance. Also bend that leg to get lower into the calf, into the soleus, Achilles. All right. That is it. We're done. Thank you for joining me. Next class is Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern.